Hello, everyone. Welcome to Amanda'sInspirationStation.com. My name is Amanda Waldhart. Thank you for joining me. If you are following me on YouTube or watching me on YouTube, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. I do come on here and do a weekly Wednesday, every Wednesday. That's why it's weekly. However, I've mentioned this a couple of times because I've been playing around with different things, and I want to start doing my weekly Wednesdays as lives. So what I'm going to do, I think, we're going to kind of try something different. Beginning in March, I am going to actually do my weekly Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Central Time on Amanda's Inspiration Station Facebook page. I want to do these lives. I will be uploading them to my YouTube channel. So as soon as I'm done with the live, I will upload it to the YouTube channel. So I will have it on both platforms. However, I would love for you to hop on over to Amanda's Inspiration Station and like and follow my page so that liking it is always great and I appreciate it, but following it will actually help it to be in your news feed. And just know that unless it's a holiday or I let you know ahead of time, I plan on doing my weekly Wednesdays as a Facebook Live at 4 p.m. Central Time. Now, with that said, also, there's going to be some small changes. Besides that big change, I normally come on and I do 2 projects. So I may pick a stamp set or a bundle and I do 2 cards, or I do a card and a treat. But I do work outside of my Stampin' Up! Business as well. And I also have 2 teenage girls. My youngest will be turning 13 this Friday. So they are both involved in quite a bit of things between jobs and plays and after-school activities. So I'm finding myself quite busy these days, busier than I have been in the past. So I'm trying to kind of reevaluate so that I can still come on all the time, but maybe lessen my workload just a little bit. So by doing that, I am going to make my weekly Wednesdays still projects, but I may only do 1 project. It may be only 1 card or 1 3D project. Now, if I have it where there's 2, I may do more than that. I'm trying to lighten up my workload just a little bit. And so we're going to see how that goes. Okay. So we're going to see how that goes. All right. So with that said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos in the first place. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started with today's video because we are going to work from this fabulous Rain or Shine suite found on page 50 and 51 of the January through April mini catalog. Now, we are going to be using the bundle, which is a stamp set and the dies, which if you purchase the bundle together, you save 10%. And we're also going to be using this Raindrops embossing folder. I love this embossing folder. I think it's so adorable. And then we're also going to be actually using a lot of the Rain or Shine 12 by 12 specialty designer series paper because I'm really not using a whole lot of the stamps from the stamp set, and not because I don't love it. I do. I like stamping these images. I like to color them with my blends. But I wanted to show you how cool it truly is to use the designer series paper in these cards. So here is the first card, and we have, this card is measured at 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored at 5 1/2. And so this is the front of the card, and then you open it up and this is the inside. Now, I do have a printable project sheet for everyone to print on my projects that I do for my weekly Wednesday. They have the color copy, pictures of the projects, has a supply list and the measurements. I will continue to still do that with my Facebook lives. I will actually just put it in my files on that platform, and then it'll also still be attached underneath my YouTube video as well. So, and both go directly to my blog as well. Well, not Facebook, but the other goes where you can click directly to my blog to get that printable file. So I still will continue to do that. So there is a printable project sheet for both of these. So with this card, we have this one, and then we also have this one. I kind of kept with the same color. I love the color. I think it's just fabulous. I love Flirty Flamingo and Mango Melody. I think they look great together. So of course, when these two were together in the designer series paper, I was like in love with it. And then I actually added, which this is going to sound weird, but this is actually the Sweet Sorbet ribbon, metallic ribbon. I think it looks fabulous. I absolutely love it. And then of course I had to add my favorite new adhesive backed, flat adhesive back pearls. These are by far my new favorite embellishments. I absolutely love these. I think they are so beautiful. But do you notice that this is actually, and then this is the inside of our card. So we are going to be using some blends today. But we're going to, these images are actually from the designer series paper. So let's start with this one first with the little fox. I'm going to actually pull out my pieces because I want to show you this. So I don't think I have a full piece of this paper anymore. I have so many different like small pieces, but this piece of paper here, this was the back side. It was like the Flirty Flamingo and white stripes. But then on the front side, it was kind of like this, where it had these images and different things. Now I've cut them apart so that I could use them. But what I like about how it's a specialty paper is if you look at it kind of, you know, I don't know, like in a certain angle, you can actually see that it's like glossy in spots. Same with this, like it's glossy in the water, it's glossy on the umbrella and their outfits. And I think that is so cute. I just love it. So, excuse me, I am so sorry. Jeez. All right. So we have a bunch of different pieces here today. We're going to set some of these aside. And I have some designer series pieces. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with this card. So I have my Flirty Flamingo card base. And like I said, this is 4 1/4 by 11. And you're just cutting your piece in half, your piece of cardstock in half. But instead of cutting it like the traditional way that you would cut it at 5 1/2, we're actually just cutting it the long way. And then we're just scoring it at 5 1/2. So that is our card base. Now, even though I scored it, I'm still going to use my bone folder to burnish in that crease. So I'm going to set that aside. Now, I have a couple other pieces of paper here. 2 are basic white, and they measure at 4 by 5 1/4. One is going to be for the first layer of the card, and then the other one is going to be for the inside of the card. Now, the inside of the card, we're going to actually add some designer series paper inside because I always think it's cute to either stamp inside or add. This is like my new thing lately. I'm trying to be really good about it. For a long time, I used to just leave them blank. I would always put an insert in, but I would leave it blank and I just would be like, you know what, you can do what you want on the inside. But then I'm like, I want to show you how cute these things really can be if you take it to the next step or the next level. So I sometimes will take my scraps and I will place them on the inside. Or like for this one I did 2 different things. Actually, I stamped in it. And then I also added another layer in there. So there's a mat. So I actually, instead of just putting the basic white insert, I actually put the Flirty Flamingo, which is 4 by 5 1/4 inside. And then I just made the white at 3 3/4 by 5 on the inside, just to give it an extra little mat. Now on this one, I didn't give this one an extra mat. I actually wanted the Mango Melody to be a little bit thicker around. So this Flirty Flamingo piece is actually 3 3/4 by 5. So it's all in what you want to do. I am so sorry. I have like this frog in my throat that just doesn't want to leave. All right. So this piece right here is actually the same size piece as this pink one right here, the Flirty Flamingo. This is 3 3/4 also by 5. Now I have gone through ahead for the sake of the video, and I ran both pieces through the Raindrops embossing folder. However, I want you to notice that because the cards are turned, you want to make sure that you're putting in your cardstock for the raindrops to be going the right direction. So obviously for this one, I'm going to set it inside like that and run it through. But for this one, because the card is going this direction, I want to make sure my raindrops aren't, you know, like this. I want to make sure that they're coming down in the same direction. So I did do that. All right, so let's set that aside. So let's go ahead and let's start building this, and then we'll do some stamping and die cutting. So I'm going to take this piece and I am just going to place this completely flat on our basic white. And I got that just a little crooked, so I'm going to lift that up just a little bit. So today, I was supposed to work. Today is Wednesday, February 22nd. Couple things. Today is my 15-year wedding anniversary with my husband. And so we were all excited to go for dinner tonight because we normally never go to dinner on our anniversary because it always falls where we can't because our daughter's birthday is literally 2 days after. And we usually go to dinner, you know, like a couple weeks after our anniversary. Well, tonight we actually had it where this weekend is Ellie's birthday on Friday, and we have all these things set up for this weekend. So we're like, you know what? We're going to actually go to dinner for the first time. Our 15-year anniversary, we're going to go to dinner, and we're going to go on our anniversary. I'm so sorry. I have to take a sip. Hold on. Oh, so sorry. So we were all excited. Well, for those of you who know where I live, Janesville, Wisconsin, which is southern Wisconsin, right kind of on the border, we are in a winter, like, storm warning right now. We are in the middle of an ice storm. Literally an ice storm. I just went upstairs and it has finally now started to like rain and like it's like wet, snowy, slushy. It's disgusting. Like our whole deck is just full of like a glaze of ice. It's really bad. But anyway, I was supposed to work at the credit union today, and because of that, they were going down to kind of a skeleton crew, but because it is so bad right now, they are closing the branches, so I'm really happy that they're doing that so that everybody can get home safely. It did just start, so they can get home safely. Now, I just realized that I kind of made these the same height, and I want this one to be a little bit shorter, and I'm going to kind of overlap it a little bit. So what I'm going to do, these measure at 3 1/4, or are these a half? You know what? I don't even know. Let's look. I got my little handy dandy ruler here. Nope, they're a 1/2 inch. Sorry. So they're a 1/2 inch, and this one I have at 2, and this one I have at 2, but I want to make this one a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to snip that off. I kind of thought that I made that a little shorter. I know I have the measurements in on the project sheet, but I, of course, did not print the project sheet to do this video with you guys. All right, so now I'm going to place this basic white flat on the inside here. Let's get back to our card making. And I'm going to, so there's our card so far. Very cute. Now I have some pieces here. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on. These all are 3 3/4, but this one here is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then these ones are each a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and you know what? I'm going to actually use my green glue. going to use my green glue for these strips because if I don't get them straight, I have a second to kind of change them to be straight. So I'm going to do that. And then dot, dot, not a lot. You don't need a lot of glue, especially because once you apply pressure to it, the glue does squeeze out. All right. I love these patterns of these cards. I just think they're so cute. All right. So we're going to do that. All right. So there's that. All right. Now we need to do two things. We need to stamp Oh Happy Day. And then we also need to die cut out our little, I've got my Oh Happy Day here, which clearly it wasn't. We're going to put that in. You know, you can use either Memento or you can use Stays On if you want. I like Stays On. If I'm not using my blends, I'm going to use Stays On. I will tell you why, because I just like how dark it is. I really like how you can get that rich black, and I really like that. So we're going to set that aside. And then what we're going to do is we're going to die cut. Plus, I love the smell of Stays On. It's got that almond in it. Yep, I just love it. It smells so good. Yes, I just sniffed Stays On in a video. I did. I know there's many, many, many of you who love the smell of it too. And then there's probably some of you who are probably like, why did she just do that? Well, because there's almond in it. You can smell the almond. I don't know why, but it smells good. All right, so we have the little fox here with the little umbrella. And so I grabbed the little fox die here with the umbrella because see how perfect that is? So not only is this little fox here where you could stamp and color it yourself like that and die cut it out, but it also is in the designer series paper. Now, I don't want this to slide around because you don't get that many out of your designer series paper. So I'm going to use this tape, and I've been sharing this a lot lately because I learned this at my friend Christine's Christine's doing like it was a demo event that she does, a winter creative escape, my friend Christine. And she had this out on her table and I was like, ooh, what's that? I usually use washi tape, which washi tape is great and I do like it. However, I do find that the older my washi tape is, that it gets this weird like stick to it. So when I use that, sometimes it actually pulls up the paper and rips it. Whereas this is low tack artisan tape, Scotch 3M. It's awesome. I love it. And I get it right on Amazon. All right. So there's that. I really hope that this frog in my throat is not going to be in there for the entire video. All right. So now see how easy this just pops up, and then I actually set it to my little stand that is holding my camera right now for this video, and I just stick it there. All right. So there's this guy. All right. So I am going to get out my dimensionals because I want to pop this up. One in the center. We do not want a saggy center. And then I also want to pop up the fox. So we're going to pick those. And that. And then we're just going to do our ribbon and we're good on this card. All right. So we're going to kind of set it off to the side here like that. And then we're going to place our little fox like that. Oh, and we'll have to add our little gems. All right. So for this ribbon, I did a double bow. I love doing double bows. So I'm actually going to snip some of this ribbon. I'm going to snip 2 of them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bow maker to make a bow. So I'm tying it around to the front. I'm crossing it. Whichever piece is on top is now going to get tucked under and through the pegs. So now it's in the back. So I have a piece in the back, piece in the front. This piece in the back is now going to come back through the pegs. So now that it's both pieces are in the front, I'm going to cross them so that I'm like tying them. And then I'm doing that. Now I am going to trim these a little bit like that. And then I'm just going to pull them off. I'm going to divide the loops a little bit so that you can tell that it is a double bow. And I'm going to use my mini glue dots to adhere it. So my kids have virtual school today. They did not get a snow day because in Wisconsin, they're only allotted 2 snow days. And because we've had quite a few snow days already, we've already used our 2. And what they could do is they had a choice. They could either do like a virtual day where they log on and the teachers give them, you know, their assignments to do. Or they could have made it another snow day, but then they would have had to make up this time. And they would have had to add another day to the school year. Well, nobody wants that. And this is supposed to, this winter advisory, or not advisory, warning is in effect until tomorrow. So it's going to be fun. All right, so there is our first card. Oh, we got to add our flat adhesive backs. This is my favorite. I love these. They're so cute. Although I got to order more. This is all I have. I know this sounds like really, but it is all I have, and I really enjoy these. I use them quite often. And I'm going to place that there. There we go. All right. So there is Oh Happy Day. And then it could be any type of card. All right, so now let's do the bunny. The bunny's so cute. And I'm going to have to get out the rainy day. Oh, and we're going to do the flowers because we're going to stamp those on the inside. We're going to do the little puddle and the little raindrops. So let me get out my blocks for all of these. So I have my raindrops, that, and then let's do this block. All right, and we're going to need Pool Party ink pad because we're going to use Pool Party ink pad. And this time we're going to do some stamping first before we put our card together. So now with this little guy, I'm actually doing a little bit different bunny this time. I think because he's yellow and has a blue shirt, he's a white bunny and has a green shirt. I think both of them look adorable, and I think both of them would make this card super cute. So we're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to set my pieces aside. I'm going to get this out. Oh, and I was going to say, I had 2 bonus. These 2 scallop dies here are the same size. They are the 3rd from the largest in the scalloped contour dies. All right, so let's get out our Pool Party ink pad. We're going to make some raindrops here. And we're just going to kind of, there we go. And then we're going to do our little pool here. Like that. And I'm going to grab the Lights Pool Party blend. And I'm going to color in with the lights so that it gives it 2 different colors here. And then I'm going to come back in with the Stays On. And I'm going to do the Rainy Days. I feel like I could have made my puddle a little higher. So if this doesn't look good, maybe there's a reason why I had an extra piece of this, because they knew I was going to mess it up on the video. Well, let's see. Let's cut out our bunny and then we'll decide. All right. I'm going to also have to get out my Memento ink because on the inside we're going to use blends for coloring in these flowers, and you want to stamp this in Memento, not Stays On, because blends are an alcohol-based marker and they will bleed if you use them with the Stays On. You need the Memento ink pad. So with that said, let's do a little die cutting here so we can see if we need to continue to redo that. So let's get out our bunny. First of all, we can put our little, we can put this guy away, our little fox. And let's get out our bunny. The turtle. There's our bunny. I love how there's like extra pieces in here, like a bridge, a kite. Just super cute. All right, so we're gonna line up our die on our bunny. Use that low tack artisan tape. And we're just gonna die cut that out. Do you notice what mini I'm using today? I used it last week too. The exclusive Boho Blue Mini Cut and Emboss machine. This is only way you can get this, which is a new color coming out. The only way you can get this gorgeous little blue machine is in a starter kit, which I would love for you to purchase the starter kit and join the Stampin' Up! Family and join my Crafty Cats team. We have a wonderful time. And you actually have until next week, Tuesday, is it, for that? The last day is February 28th. So there's not much time left to get that. All right, so now we have this cute little bunny. So cute. Let's see if I were to put this bunny... I will also tell you that this, I'm now looking at this. This is actually Balming Blue, and I used Pool Party on this one. And the reason why I did that, I know I probably should explain this before I did it. So when I chose this one, I liked the Balmy Blue. But because the Balmy Blue is on this shirt, I didn't want it to kind of all match. I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. And that's why I chose the Pool Party. And I probably should have said that. You can definitely do the Balmy Blue if that's how you want to do it. That is completely up to you. I just like to add different colors to it. All right. I like it. I think it's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some dimensionals on here, and I'm going to place this bunny here. I think this bunny looks super cute like that. So we're just going to go ahead and leave it like that. Okay. I'm going to grab the inside basic white, and I'm going to open up this card because we're going to stamp the flowers and we're going to color them. So we are going to color them with the dark Flirty Flamingo. And then I used the dark... why do I not see it? I used mossy, or did I? Nope, I used Old Olive. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I did that right. Nope, I used dark Old Olive, dark Flirty Flamingo. And then what I did is I actually took the Stampin' Right marker and just did the insides of the flowers in the Mango Melody. Now, we used to, disclaimer, we used to have Mango Melody blends. I still have mine. So if you still have yours, use it. But if you don't, you can use this as well. All right, so let's stamp this little image because, again, remember, we're going to need to stamp this in Memento. All right. Can't use the stays on for that one. All right, let's get these out of the way. And then let's go ahead and let's color in our stems. And I'm literally just coloring over them like this. And doing that like that. Not doing it any fancy. And I'm just going to do little coloring. I love our blends. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still love our Stampin' Right markers, especially if you're going to color a cling stamp set or even a photopolymer stamp set, and you're actually gonna color the image on to your stamp, huff it, and then stamp. I do still like doing that technique. I find that technique fun. But I really, really, really like our blends. All right, so there's that. So now let's place, we're going to, this is our inside. And remember, we're adding a little matte layer to the inside of our card. So I have my Flirty Flamingo here, and I'm just gonna do that. And then I'm gonna flip this over and I'm going to do this. Oh, you know what? It might help if I get the card base out. Okay, so remember, this card base is a little bit different than the other. This is our traditional. This is cut still in half, but the traditional way at 5.5 by 8.5. You can score it at 4 1/4, or you can fold it in half like I just did because I didn't have it scored. And then use your bone folder. All right, so now we have the inside of our card, and we're going to give that an extra little layer. Cute, I love it. All right, so now let's go back to the front here. So we have our piece with our raindrops, and we're gonna do this flat to the card. So you can go ahead and still use your green glue. A lot of people don't like green glue. A lot of people that I know, and I love it. I use it with all my scrapbooking. I do use it with card making, although I still use my Stampin' Seal as well quite often. But I really do love it. All right, so designer series paper. I love these. So these are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And I literally, we're going to just kind of angle them in different directions all the way down the card. So, got this one. I'm gonna kind of go this direction. And this one, I'll do kind of the opposite. Doesn't matter. It might not be the same as the first card I made. That honestly does not matter. Let's do that like that. Both cards are going to turn out fabulous and adorable. And then we're going to do this. All right, so just give it a nice little rub. All right, and now for this, we're going to use our dimensionals to pop this up. And we'll do that. I actually like this color. I really do. I love this, but I really do like the pool party with this as well. It gives it just a little bit different look. Okay, so now we need to do our bow. And we're going to do our bow the same way we did last time, except for we only need, this is a single bow. This was the double. And do you notice that my loops are a little bit bigger on this bow than this one is? So I'm going to make this bow a little bit bigger. So by doing that, I'm just going to move one peg over. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it across like this from the back to the front. I'm going to cross it. The piece that's on the top is now going to go through the pegs so that it's now in the back. I'm going to bring it back through the pegs so now it's in the front. And then I'm just going to cross it and tie it. I'm going to make sure that I tie it tight. And then I'm just going to pull it off the pegs. So now I have a wider bow here. So I'm still going to need to use my mini glue dots to adhere it. And we're going to make it go across like this. There we go. I'm going to cinch that glue dot right there. And then I do want to shorten this just a little bit because I don't want it to hang like over the card. Like that. And then of course we're going to add some of our flat adhesive back pearls. Oops, I got one stuck on my finger here. I love these. They're so cute. Okay, so we're gonna do something a little extra today because I'm not quite in the mood yet to say goodbye to you guys. So I want to do something that I think is super cute. I like to decorate envelopes. That is one thing that I do really like to do. So have some extra pieces here. And I have 2 of envelopes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate it with the designer series paper. And I'm going to do it, you know, part of me, you could do anything. I think the raindrops would be super cute, like for this one. But I kind of like the umbrellas for this one because the little fox has an umbrella. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my paper trimmer. And the measurements to an envelope like this would be 5 3/4, which this piece of paper is actually cut 6 by 6. So you're not cutting off that much. And then you're going to turn it, and I'm going to do it at 2 1/2. And I'm cutting both of them at the same time. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to set that aside. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my green glue. And I'm going to just put some green glue right on the flap here. And I'm going to line it up with the score line. And I'm going to give it a nice little rub. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm just going to trim off the excess here. I like to do the whole designer series paper on the back of my envelopes a lot. I think that it makes the card look super cute, especially like it's already, let's be honest, it's already awesome when you get to open the mail and you see Happy Mail, okay? But what if you open the mail, you saw Happy Mail, and you had this cute little envelope? Wouldn't that be super cute? I've also done where I've taken scraps and I've done strips across like the side here. I've done different things. Now, I've never had my postal person ever say anything to me if I do strips here. As long as my information is here and the information is there, I don't think they care. But all right, so there's that one. And then let's do the little umbrellas for this one. All right. I think the umbrellas are cute. Give it a little rub. All right. Flip it over. Yeah, what a great way to use up like strips of your scraps, especially when you're cutting designer series paper and you may have like a 1/2 inch strip left over. A lot of people throw those away. A lot of people save them. Save them and use them on your cards. Save them and use them on the inside of your cards. There's definitely different things that you can do. All right, so here is this one. Super cute. Here is this one. Super cute. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed these cards today. I love the colors. They're so pretty. Thank you so much again for watching. If you're on Facebook and you are not aware that I have a page on Facebook, hop on over there to Amanda's Inspiration Station. I would love for you to like and follow that. If you liked the video today on YouTube, please, make a comment or click like. And subscribe to my channel. If you are not a YouTube subscriber of mine, I would love for you to be one. All right, if you need any of these supplies today, or you need this beautiful boho blue cut and emboss machine, you can hop to amandasinspirationstation.com. You can click on shop now. Get your celebration items now. You only have so many days. So what, 6 days from now? So less than a week. And we'll be saying goodbye to celebration. And remember, this year, Stampin' Up! Is having celebration one time. So we will not be having it in July and August. So this is it until next year. So grab your stuff. If you like, I know there's one paper, I believe it's the, you know what, let me grab my thing. Because I can tell you right now, let me just move this out of the way. The Dainty... There we go. I believe the Dainty Flowers is gone. But there's still wonderful, wonderful sets left. So we still have the owl that's adorable. We still have the thanks a bunch. I love this one. I just love how it says there's no one quite like you. Love you. Thanks. Thanks a bunch. It is super cute. You can use this for Easter. I mean, anything. It's endless. Spring. So, yep, that's gone. But there's still some of the Day at the Farm paper. This is great because we have that bundle that is still available until April. So stock up on that paper so you can have the matching paper. Favorite flowers. We still have a Favorite Flowers Designer Series paper. These are all with a $50 order. Same with this one, In the Country. This is a stamp set. Now for the $100 order, we do still have Beautiful Happy. That's still available. I love this one. I actually designed a really cute card, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek right now because I am going to be doing this next week. No, not next week. I won't be doing it because we won't have celebration. But this is a really cute card that I made with this. So it just says thank you. It's a great, look at, I use those flat. See, I love these, you guys. This is so cute. I absolutely love this stamp. And this stamp set is actually really, really great for using your Stamparatus. Another card I want to show you. This was designed by my friend Christine Bertram at that event, and I love this card too. This is kind of where I got this design from, is because I made this one at her demo event, and then I turned around and I made this one. Super cute. See how adorable this is? If you didn't think that you wanted this stamp set, you might want to rethink it because this stamp set is so cute. I mean, sending happy thoughts. Thank you. This could be a sympathy card. It could be any card. It's so cute. I just love it. So that's with a $100 purchase. Of course, this is my favorite, and I have stocked up on this. I love this because I am a scrapbooker, and I'm a card maker, and I love doing 3D projects, and I love all these colors. They're just patterns, and I love the colors. So, of course, I'm going to stock up on this. Dandy Designs 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. It's 48 sheets of paper. It's fabulous. So, lots of fun things. And if your order is over $300, you get the Scenic Garden stamp set for free. That is a host stamp set that you can have for free. So, super cute. I mean, and then, of course, we have the joining options. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And I hope to see you guys all next week, and hop on over to my Facebook page. Thanks, everyone. Bye.